listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. Oh my God, the hell? It is, what's today? Tuesday, October the 3rd, 2023? Already? That'd be great. How is everybody, eh? What are you doing over there? You awake? All right, we're here. Why'd I bring this in here with me? Remote to the TV. Well, here we are. It is Tuesday, October the 3rd, 2023. And it is the almost the middle of the work week. Those 9-to-5ers out there working your ass off, you come here to listen to this. It's amazing. I'm glad you're here, because tonight I want to talk about UFOs and nukes. I also want to talk about nukes and UFOs. Those two seem to go together. Why is that, you ask? Why? Well, we'll talk about it. It is so obvious, you know the answer. End the discussion. We already know. UFOs and nukes. Nukes and UFOs. That's all people talk about, it seems. And Grush. God. You know, I don't understand why Grush is getting... It's weird. It is really strange what I'm seeing going on with Grush. It's almost as if people feel sorry for him. Isn't that what it seems like? Because he has what is he, an artist? He's got that artist disease. Oh, autism. I thought it was artism. Oh yeah, he's got autism. That's not funny. How dare you make fun? I didn't. Or did I? Well, we're going to talk about it because nukes and UFOs go hand to hand, just like apple pie and Ford. Okay? Chevrolet. Remember those commercials? Apple pie and Chevrolet? What was that? Was that a commercial for Chevy? Let's do a little bit of roll call, super quick, and then we'll get out of here. I see Jeanette, the 5 pound, 5 quid super dono. It's a 3 heart dono. Oh no! Thanks, Jeanette. Mucho gusto generoso, the continuing supporter of GoofOn. You too can help support GoofOn the same way Jeanette did. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You know what to do. You guys are better at this than me. Jeanette, a mucho gusto. El generoso. Grazie, signorita. Grazie. A continuing supporter, and then some. Glenn Croy, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. What a $20 super dono right at the beginning of the show. Glenn, seriously. That's a mucho gusto generoso move, my friend. Welcome to the show. You have been huge lately. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate the support. I appreciate. I don't know why that word bothers me, appreciate, but I seem like it's not overused like love. Everybody overuses the word love. And the word epic. That was epic. No, it wasn't. Epic is winning the war. You know? Glenn, I don't know where I'm going, but I appreciate the support. It's $20 super dono. And all I know is I know love when I see it. But I sure as hell know when I feel it. Grazie. Grazie. Thanks, Glenn. Glenn Croy, everybody. Welcome to the show, too. All right, welcome to the show. Ben, the Yorkshire Gaffonian. Mucho gusto. Sapphire Elf, welcome to the show. Why Fools, welcome to Hawk? Is that you? ABBA, you are my dancing queen. Super mean. Everybody's in between. Why Fools, welcome to the show. Intergalactic Angler. Welcome to the show. Lunar Sparkles Uno. Welcome to the show, no. F-Graph 72. How are you? Mucho gusto. Hello. Dorothy Hawkins. How you doing, the Hawkster? Hawkins. I don't know. Tried something new. Welcome to the show, Dorothy. Reality check. Welcome to the 12 feet tall. I wish I was half the man you are. I'd be 6 feet tall then. Half the man. God is with us. He should have been here the other night when we talked about demons. Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. It jumped on me. Look at that. There you are, Chief. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, wow. I've never seen... This is impossible what just happened. I can't show it to you, but it has... I have two things highlighted, which it's impossible to do, but only one of them showing up on the screen. There's the other one. Purdue! With a 2 pound, 2 quid super sticker. That's Purdue 411. Something going on over in Purdue? All right. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's a 2 pound, 2 quid from Purdue 411. I'm assuming you're new or showing yourself. Thank you very much for supporting Truthology for ufology. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here we go. Thank you, Purdue 411, with a 2 pound, 2 quid super sticker from the new person at Good. All over the first time. Hey. Thank you, Purdue 411. Mucho gusto. Generoso. That's what we used to do every time somebody was new and they put up a super chat. I used to play that. But, you know, it takes too much time away from the show, so I stopped doing it. But, you know, because we don't get any new subscribers here, I might as well just go back to using it. Welcome, Purdue 411. Thank you so much for the support. First time, it's always the best. You are now part of the family. You can't ever leave. And if you do, we will find you. We have a certain set of skills where we know where you are. We know what you do. And we will find you. And bring you back. If you leave. Oh. Thanks, Purdue 411. Mucho gusto generoso. Good to see you, man. Thanks. Welcome to the show, FAP. Wait, Moonlicht. It jumped on me. How you doing? Welcome to the show. FAP, there you are. Welcome to the show, F.A.P. God is with us. And also with you. Welcome to... All right, let's get started. Wait, what? Who? Hey, William Bridges with a capital B. That's a $5 bucket o' balls. Stat? I don't know what stat means. I know statistics. Ma! Balls for Bridges! Balls! Okay. She got it. She goes, I heard you. All right. She's watching. William Bridges throwing down a $5 super chat. It is love. I'll take it as a love one because I know what you needed. You needed balls, baby. Balls. We got the balls coming. They'll be there at 6 a.m. at Guj. All over demands with a $5 super chat. Thank you. William Bridges, mucho gusto generoso. I appreciate the support, ongoing, and a huge supporter of GoofOn, Mr. Bridges. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Hey, welcome to the show. Dorothy Hawkins with the $2 super dono before the show. This is gratuitous support. Well, I'll be darned. Thank you, Dorothy Hawkins. TikTok 55 on X. It's not Twitter anymore. X. You know what X does? That's right. It marks the spot. Dorothy, thank you for being a supporter of Goof On for at least a year. Nah. Oh, thank you. I just realized something. Thank you very much, Dorothy. Appreciate it. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Thanks, Dorothy. And I just remembered something. Today in 2017, this channel was created. But it used to be the Paranormal Code. Remember? It used to be the Rich Giordano Show. And then on October 19th, we changed it officially to Goof On, which in 16 days, we'll have a party. We'll have nukes as the fireworks. Yeah. Why not? I mean, they're using them all the time. All the time. Do you know who this is? Boop. That is Crazy Plane Lady. He's not real. Get off the plane. It's going to blow up. Remember her? She's now got a book deal. She's dancing over at Cheetahs. You know, she's got a lot of stuff going on. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But she is going to do an interview with somebody about the details of what happened on the plane, I think. Yeah, I heard somewhere she's getting paid to either have something written about what happened or I don't know, but the truth's coming out. I got to crack my neck. There we go. Oh. Hello? I picked up Vietnam for some reason. It's off. All right. You know, we're running a little late tonight because things happen. The last thing I remember, I'm telling you the truth right now. This is crazy. The last thing I remember before I fell asleep was that I was awake. And it was a nightmare. All right. You know, let's get started for real. So we've got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Tomorrow's show is going to be an interesting one. What's David Grush's appeal? And people just love this Grush guy. In ufology anyway. To me, I see a bunch of bullshit. I see a guy getting support from people who are in the military and the government. You know, these aren't you or I. These aren't. David Grush isn't a person. No, he's property of the government. And that's what these people do when they become employees of the government. They're always an employee of the government, even after they get fired or quit. I don't know about that, but it's all I ever hear about. Oh, once I take that oath, it never goes away. It's for life. I mean, is that true? I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? There's something I need to do. It'll come back. All right, I'm going to play a couple of things. As you know, the wheels the wheels keep turning in ufology. Even when there's nothing going on, there's something happening. Right? John Greenwald thinks it's time to hear from social scientists about UFOs. Whether or not UFOs exist, we need to pay attention to how they are influencing our politics and culture. Now, this is very interesting. You know, it's time to hear from social scientists about UFOs. It's from Scientific American, this article. I couldn't believe it. It says, and I hate this, because UFOs have not been renamed as UAP. I don't know how. I think that the media are the ones that kept saying it, and then now everybody's saying it. They didn't rename UFOs and turn it into UAP. They didn't do that. Stop saying this, media idiots. They didn't get rid of the term UFO. God, this is why I hate this fucking field. Something as easy as UAP and UFO, and people still, the media, mainstream media, are saying UAP for everything. It's only for government sightings, UAP. That's how you determine what's seen from government employees and what's seen from the public. UFOs are for you and I. UAPs are for government people. It's just the way it is. And it's been that way for a while. Let's just say minimum 20 years that I know of, because that's when Hillary Clinton went on Jimmy Kimmel saying UAP. Wasn't that like 2006 or something? It's a long time ago. 15 years ago? I don't know. It was a while. But they've been using UAP forever. Hold on. I smell chemicals. Chemicals. Oh, wow. Dude, I don't know what that smell is. It smells like cleaning products. I don't know what to say. It just hit me with a load of bullshit. Hold on a second. Breakfast and dinner. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, UFO, UAP, whatever you want to use, you're probably not using it right. Ex-government officials, prominent politicians, intelligence agencies, major news outlets, and civilian scientists are all looking into the prospect of ET visitors, making them no longer seem quite so far-fetched. Even NASA is taking the subject seriously, supposedly. NASA has their independent study team to create a roadmap for future study of sightings. The team's final report, which includes this roadmap here, notes there is no evidence pointing to extraterrestrials. However, the questions asked of NASA officials at their recent press conference a week ago or something showed that aliens and cover-ups remain firmly on the minds of many observers. Not everyone has welcomed the UFO's newfound measure of legitimacy in the meantime, and critics have questioned both the science and the money behind the resurgence of this subject. But for all their wrangling, advocates for and against the serious investigation of UAP share something in common. They all focus on the question of whether the phenomenon is something that exists in nature, whether worldly or otherworldly. We don't know conclusively if UAP physically exists beyond the mundane, but we do know this. UFOs are social facts. Debate about them is transforming our politics and culture with effects that are largely overlooked, such as social scientists should weigh in on UAP now. It is a task for which they are well equipped. They not only offer effective techniques for assessing social change, but for decades, social scientists have been conducting research on such relevant topics as human technological systems, behavioral factors in manned space travel, public attitudes towards UFOs, and the psychophysical and cognitive aspects of sightings. Psychophysical, damn! To start, there are 3 pressing issues surrounding UAP that bear serious study and discussion: intelligence, trust, and research ethics. The topic of intelligence turns up in multiple contexts in UAP discussions. For instance, regarding classified military knowledge. Much of the current debate and legislation revolves around the reliability of UAP information and how it's handled by government agencies. Who? Arrow? Given national security needs, what appears to be part of a UFO cover-up may also be explained by mundane organizational failures at the Defense Department, administrations hesitant to poke into those failures, an institutional penchant for secrecy, and finally, plain old ignorance. Whatever the case, unidentified flying objects represent a challenge to governmental and military authority, and that's because the state is expected to have answers to all possible threats, and they don't. UAP undermine that guarantee, since they are, by definition, unknown. All right. Well, in addition to all that, the subject of UFOs, it evokes talk. I can't, with this smell. It's really pungent. Is that the word? In addition, the subject of UFOs often evokes talk of a separate, mysterious intelligence that must somehow be behind the sightings. This has led philosophers, anthropologists, and psychologists to speculate about alien minds, and there is much to be learned from that. We need scholars to figure out how to talk to a being with a non-human mind, but we should also examine our assumptions in thinking about and doing research on such intelligence. The SETI project, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, for example, often work with culturally limited notions of civilizational evolution, rooted in 19th century ideals of persistent technology and moral progress. As a result, astronomers unknowingly tend to rely on language borrowed from the era of colonial conquest, for example, space as frontier, while also appropriating land formerly belonging to indigenous populations to set up their installations. Oh, come on with this. You know, I fucking Scientific American having to go there. You know, that's such horse shit. Why are you bringing that shit into frickin' ufology? Oh, yeah, we took our indigenous land to build our shit. White man bad, indigenous good. Ah, fuck you. Ah, fuck that article. You know, I'm sorry, Dorothy, I'm sorry. You know, things like that, I don't like it. And I read a little bit further in the article, and I didn't like it. Up until that point, I was fine. That bothered me. Bringing in that shit. Oh, if we go to a planet, take over their indigenous and set up camp, who are we to do that on their planet? Shut off. Yeah, that's what humans do. All right? And that article pissed me off right there. I don't know. You know, just to say that, I don't need it. I'll tell you what I do need. A hit off the old Zimbabwe. I got to take a hit of Zimbabwe. Let me grab something here. Ho! I didn't mean that. Hold on. See, I did it again. Constant mistakes. How is this possible? I don't understand. I'm going to play this video. It's an hour long. I don't know what Third Phase is up to, but I don't know. This 2 days ago, it said this was posted. I checked yesterday. I check every day for Third Phase of Moon. How this video got past me, it's unbelievable to me. And it's not the first time I've checked for Third Phase of Moon videos to see if anything new came out, and I didn't see anything. I would have played it. Anyway, here. This is looking pretty good. I don't know what's going on. An hour for Third Phase of Moon? We got to check it out. This is ufology.
Along with my brother Brent, we're going over the incredible videos just into Third Phase of Moon. Buckle up. It's going to be an exciting episode. Right now, the first video just in looks to be some kind of unidentified UFO. It was captured in 2022, but just recently discovered in 2023 and recently posted on Iceland Geology Facebook.
Oh yeah, we saw this.
Now, watch this.
Yeah, this is really weird, isn't it?
Let's roll that once again. Notice the object coming.
It just came right out.
The caldera.
Oh yeah, we saw this. Yeah.
Right, we're gonna get a closer look. I'm gonna enhance the footage. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Wow, this is pretty exceptional right here. When we're looking at UFOs that we've been posting on Third Phase Moon, Popocatépetl lights up. We're always seeing UFOs, but this is a prime example.
All right, this is a weird one. We did see this the other day. I don't understand this object. It's going in and out of this caldera, and see, there it goes. And then it comes back out. At first I'm like, okay, this is a distorted image, slow frame rate, but it's not. This is, look at that thing. Never do we see this happen. What? There it goes, gone. Nope. It came back. It just turned around there. It went in, and then it came out right there. How in the world? Back too far, but watch. All right, I'll let them do it.
Just zigzags around, comes to a stop right there, boom, exiting out and in of the volcano. Again, what the heck are we looking at? I can't explain to you how important this phenomenon is. What we're trying to discover, it's important, but again, I ask you, can anybody explain this? This is absolutely a stunning video coming in from Iceland.
Yeah, it's a good way to start out right now. Right here at Third Phase, if everybody, all our fans out there, anybody, this is, I say, some of the best evidence right now.
That is a weird sighting, you have to admit. It looks like it goes into the ground, not there, turned around. But watch, there, and then it comes out another side. That is unreal. I've never seen anything like this. Even though I showed it the other day, it's still interesting. All right, let's get to the next one. It looks like they've got something
speculating. I can
really
also,
interesting.
There's no conventional drone, guys. Now, like I said, we got a lot of UFO videos just into Third Phase Moon. Let's roll the next one right now.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. What is this, Peru? What? It's a crop duster. Wait a second. It just stopped. It's a crop duster. But I don't know why. I never seen a crop duster stop. These guys are on the other side of a fence. There's a road right there. They're looking...
Right, let's look at this once again. Some unknown object in the night sky, seemingly spraying some kind of chemical. Could this be some kind of crop dusting drone up there? And people are mistakenly thinking that this is some unknown object. Again, it does come to a quick standstill, pick up speed right here. Again, if I were out there, I would definitely film this. If you don't see this kind of action in your backyard, and if this is out of the ordinary, definitely pull your camera out. Brent, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's conventional. It's one of ours, but what the heck is it doing? It seems like these people are kind of stunned.
All right, it's one of ours, he says. We've seen this one, the Popocatépetl one, where things going in out of volcanoes. Yeah, we saw that.
Doesn't get much better than this. A broad daylight sighting of something in the sky, and you've got multiple eyewitnesses seemingly not knowing what the heck is going on, but they're pointing their cameras at the object.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. I'd like to see if we could figure this one out. I immediately looking at it, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. How's that? Here we go again. That's the famous quote in ufology. I've never seen anything like it. That is repeated over and over and over again, even for dots.
And I can't tell you what we're looking at, but simply it's just a UFO, and that's why we're sharing it with you right now. Broad daylight. I'm hoping we could get this eyewitness test.
But, you know, look at the area. Look at what we're looking at.
From the people that were there on the ground.
There's nothing else in the sky, right? Look, go back. Look at this, the area here. They're looking over this, you know, metropolitan area, business complex, whatever, downtown. It's out there, no clouds. I was going to say maybe it's cloud reflecting the sun in a weird way. It could be a red object and bop-a-dee-dee, but I can't recall exactly where we've seen something like this object before. But it's got a familiar ring to it.
Knowing what the heck is going on, but
this is good.
Pointing their camera.
I mean, this is good. This, see, you can say it's an airplane pulling a banner. It's not moving, so forget that. You can say it's a balloon. Awfully strange. I got to admit, if that's a balloon, I don't know how they're doing it. But it's not wobbling or anything, so you can scratch that. Yeah, that's a bona fide UFO.
Is that the object? And I can't tell you what we're looking at.
And this is what we want.
It's just
and then people get mad at Third Phase and other places, you know, and they just, oh, they're faking, they're hoaxing, they're lying, they're cheating, they're grifting, they're beep, all the way down. And all they're doing is showing sightings from around the world that people have sent them.
The UFO, and that's why
I mean, this is the public. Right. And what did we say? The public's going to be the ones that bring disclosure forward. We're the ones, not the government. You know, we got to stop, including myself, you know, putting down. I don't think I do that. I know, I didn't mean to yell. I don't think I put anybody down, to be honest, that doesn't deserve it. People that lie, you know, that are really doing. This is somebody sending in their UFO sighting. So it's real. This one at least looks to be real to me. It's interesting. I've seen this before. It looks like there's little dots here. This is a weird.
Right now,
this is a weird one.
I'm hoping we could get this eyewitness testimony from the people that were there on the ground, experiencing the phenomenon. Guys,
all right, we'll do one more. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna show this, but I didn't. I said, nah, this is fake. I don't know now. What the hell's going on here? Yeah, this is the same video I saw.
Right,
yeah,
looking at this, people were saying that the video was reversed, and that there was a.
It's interesting. I was going to play
the lens looking over the city there, but we're noticing a bunch of lights, seemingly just like shooting out of the city. This is pretty interesting stuff. And again,
well, you know, couple of things. the reason I didn't show it, because I figured it's too good to be true, you know, or I thought maybe it was like their Independence Day, you know, and they were just shooting off fireworks. And then my question would be, where are the other fireworks? You know, you're just shooting these things straight up into the sky, you know, going out into space, perhaps? I don't know. It's interesting. I have to admit, it's fun. This is so much fun to me. I love this, and I hate it.
Again, people were thinking that the video was manipulated, but we did a little enhancement, side-by-side comparison. You can see that the traffic is moving forward. So, in my opinion, this isn't manipulated footage. What we're looking at is something that...
Why? The traffic's moving forward? Huh. I was going to say something and then I stopped.
It was captured within the camera itself, the live city cam. And it's not in reverse.
City cam!
Again, no explanation for this one, but we've got even more videos coming in. Something's going on around the world. Watch this. This is kind of crazy
stuff.
No,
last one.
Appears during a lightning storm. And again, we love weather phenomenon, but is there something maybe interdimensional about it? Some people might crush me just using those words, but this footage is quite interesting. Let's watch this once again. I'm digging this weather phenomenon.
You know, that's unbelievable.
Pretty amazing. Again,
that's
never
crazy.
Seen anything like this. Again, this is one of the best episodes right now. Look at this stuff. This isn't.
You know, I don't know. Could this be faked? Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm going to say I don't think it is. I don't know. It's weird.
Incredible. We're seeing something just happen, a phenomenon right in front of our face. It's crystal clear. We can see it evaporate right there. Boom.
Wow.
It's this.
Okay, that's freaking unbelievable.
Incredible. If that's what it is. Again, we've seen the lightning. There's a lightning storm. You can see it's active and heavy. Some people.
Right. And this looks like it's almost as if the electricity is being somehow just in hover mode or something. They caught it in between, or you know, is this how ball lightning forms? And you know, we're seeing it in its formation process, and then it never fully successfully transformed. Is this, geez, you know, I hate to say it, but could it be demons? It could be. All right, this is cool. All right, we'll finish this up here.
People might say maybe this is just a raindrop on the lens that created kind of a,
it could be
prism effect within the lens. And
no,
just faded
I don't
away
think it's
as a
that.
water drop. I'm not sure about that, but right now, show me something that looks.
So it's the only water drop that landed on the lens that created two hands reaching up to the sky gods and Mother Earth reaching for Mother Nature of all people, things, and that's pretty cool. I'm telling you, I'm hooked. I want to do another one. Let's do one more.
Watch this active episode tonight.
This is the best episode ever. Well, because it's an hour long. We're only a third of the way through. What? All right, you see? What is that? What is that? People dancing in the sky? What is this?
More atmospheric phenomenon. We're looking at, some people might say, is a sundog, but this is a sundog like I've never seen before. Creating a rip in the clouds, moving along beneath the cloud layer and then revealing itself. I don't think this is something normal going on. There's a bunch of weird weather. Have you guys noticed the weather has been changing? Is it being manipulated? Heart comes to mind.
Haven't noticed.
I don't know. But again, this is very strange stuff. And again, how this prism effect in this trifecta, it started at the top and then moved quickly down with this beam, and then it just kind of ripped through the sky.
How?
I don't think this is the sun setting either. There's something up there that's creating this prism of light. Is it just a sundog brand, or is it something I don't know, just the strangeness?
definitely strange, bizarro, all the words.
Wow.
Looking at this right now, at first when I saw this, I thought could have been maybe a reflection within a house on a window. But then we see the prism light up there at the bottom, kind of ignite the cloud itself again. Then I started to realize, like, no, this isn't a reflection. This is.
Hey, you should do it. That's not true. They're not. Man, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. They don't post everything. I know. I know the guys. I know you're being funny, FAP, but it's not true. Hey, if somebody had a picture of a shark, maybe they would. Maybe it was that good. Maybe it looked real. Come on.
There's actually something in the sky producing this awesomeness.
Crazy.
And then we see it kind of bright up again, more at the bottom. And what I like about it is the person pulls back to really showcase what's going on. Here's a close-up, but then he does pull back at the end to reveal that this is not behind a window. What we're seeing is an
Look, you can see how pronounced these the beam looks. And wasn't there more to this?
Atmospheric event, right?
Yeah, look at that. Then something came out of that. You can even see a little bit remnant of the beam
here that's unexplainable. This is impressive footage right here.
I don't think it's a sundog at all. I don't know. I've never seen one like it. That's why. It's similar, but that's not what they look like.
Stated that this pullback shot.
Sundogs don't illuminate the inside of a cloud when it's almost dark out, and it doesn't go like pieces, one up there, one down here.
That proves that this isn't any kind of reflection.
I don't know what it is
going on in the sky.
I think it's one of our space weapons.
Maybe a rocket. I don't think so. It's not a drone.
How do you like them apples?
Again, how it positioned itself within
it's a direct energy weapon, kind of just chilling, waiting for the next
started at
victim.
The top and created this beam of light. It almost seems like it's a laser prism.
There you go.
To the
exactly, buddy.
Edge of that cloud, and then just kind of lights it up. And then you notice the top light fade away.
My man.
And then this part starts to just get into this enhancement of light, and then transfer down below. Again, kind of a transfer of energy. Guys, I don't know what's going on, but this footage is something to behold. And that's what Third Phase of Moon's here, to share the footage as it comes in. Take a look at this incredible image. Did you just see it? Quite insane. And let me tell you the details.
Oh, no.
This. Just earlier today, I received a Gmail from
Hold on, guys.
Brian. He noticed something as of September 19th, a release from NASA.
Hold on.
Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory showing the Parker Solar Probe getting close in on a coronal mass ejection, known as a CME, but what was captured hasn't been explained, nor is the major media covering it. That's why we're showing it to you right now. Third Phase of Moon,
technical issues.
Extraordinary. Look at as we enhance this footage, something comes into frame, and it lasts for moments of time, which resembles some kind of flying disc, 4 or 5 times larger than our planet. What are we looking at, Brent? Take a look and let me know what you think here.
Oh yeah, this was great.
Here, Kobe did a good one on this. Look at what we're looking at here. Look at the phenomenon. We don't know what this is, and this is a great close-up with some contrast, really showcasing whatever it is kind of go in and out of existence. Very cool. You could kind of just see it move from right to left. It kind of even makes a little bank. What are we looking at here?
That's amazing.
Could this maybe be some optical lens effect that we're looking at here? I just don't know, but this is a great find, and whatever it is, this is still on for debate. What do you think, guys? Leave a comment below.
Absolutely, Brent, and we're looking forward to hearing everybody's comments. And again, we've got a lot of UFOs tonight, but this one stood out.
A sun cow?
To you right off the bat. What the heck is going on? We're looking at this, and again, with these enhancements, we don't have any answers for you except that
it wouldn't be a sun cow. It would be a sun cat. I like sun cow though. It's funny. But if you were to stay in the logic of dog, cat, funny. Oh, yeah, I see the screen. Yeah, it's because before the show, I didn't have a chance to fix it. But oh well. Can't fix everything. Maybe I can. See? There we go. It's still there. Who cares? What are you going to do? What was I saying? Nike, I forgot what I was saying. Yes, I know I can rewind and listen to what I was going to say, but it probably wasn't that important, so why say it anyway? Hey, Third Phase of Moon, I'm going to put the link to that video in the show description as soon as the show ends, so everybody else can go check out the rest of that video. Man, I was only 17 minutes in to a 1 hour and 1 minute and 38 second Third Phase of Moon production. I know what they did. That's why that video of that UFO looked familiar. It's a mashup of their best of the last week, the year, the month. That's why I knew I've seen that before. I just realized it with the Sundog video. Sun Cow, sorry. UFOs and nukes. Got your attention. Why? Why? Because of the word nuke. Nuclear. That's what it's short for. Nuclear warhead. Intercontinental nuclear warheads. Missiles. Nukes. Silos. Bases. Fusion. Nuclear fusion? We're all familiar with it. And we all understand it is a really great source of energy, but it's very toxic if something goes wrong and the technology fails and the fail-safes don't save us from the fail-safes technology because the power went out, even though they're independently. I know. That's when you bring in the UFOs. See, I'm not a big believer that UFOs are continually annoying our nukes, our silos, our bases. I'm not saying they haven't. I'm just saying, not as often as they say. Drop 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. I know some of you know the rest of that. Beastie Boys. So, over the last couple of years, drones have become extremely popular in the UFO world, not only because people keep recording them and calling them tic-tac, paddywhack, give a dog a fucking fireball. It's gotten to the point now they're using them, drones, when they talk about anything that goes near a nuclear base. It's all the time. Drones now. It's all we hear. Drones and at the missile base or what the fuck, nuclear site. 3 Mile Island. I grew up with 3 Mile Island. I mean, I lived right around the corner when that happened. Sort of. Every now and then, you see a little side effect. Only when I talk about it. Wouldn't that be weird? But I think what the government does, what these people do, when there's a human error and they can get away with it, they blame it on shit in the sky. Rich, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. Yeah, I realize that. But I don't buy it. That it's happening as often as they're telling us. I think it's the same type of, fear, threat they put into the public. Oh, nuke bad. Nuke good for energy. Nuke bad if go wrong. Nuke kill. Nuclear kill. Nuclear. Hiroshima. Nagasaki. Where did they blow up? Where did they drop the bombs? Hiroshima? Man, that sucked. I can't believe we did that. No. I can believe we did that. I just can't believe it happened. What a horrible, horrible thing we did. Well, I don't know. As Andrew Dice Clay used to say, didn't we drop 2 bombs on these people? What were in those bombs? Fertilizer? Because there's a lot of them. It's a joke. It's not even my joke. It's Andrew Dice Clay, ADC. But I really do think the government has used the UFO phenomenon in their favor when it comes to these bases. However, on the flip side of that, the UFOs are interested in our nukes. Absolutely. So why would they be showing up time and time again? We're not in war. You know, I know that, what's happening around the other side of the world, Russia and and that has escalated the talks of WW3. Yeah, and I could see maybe the UFOs now standing guard. Here's the thing with me. This is what I don't like about the UFO phenomenon. People use these loopholes. Remember, we talked about loopholes. It's when people find a way to answer something with non-verifiable facts, and they think that's the answer. Oh, how'd that hole get in that rock that way? We didn't have tools to do it 40,000 years ago. Must be aliens. Right? Loopholes. You use things that should fit, but can't prove it. And that's what we have with the UFO phenomenon. And we've got that really isolated into the nuke version of our story here in ufology. UFOs and nukes have been around as long as nukes have. UFOs have been around forever. So when nukes came around, oh yeah, you could bet your bottom dollar, Francis, they were going to make it a threat and use the UFO. Well, look, it did happen. UFOs did go to these silos and I'm not saying they didn't. Not saying they did. Didn't. The last NT of that word didn't come out. No, I know they did. But they're using it now as a cover-up. And doesn't that make sense? They're using it, even if nothing happens. All right, let me ask you this. All right, listen to my logic. Listen to my logic. It makes sense. So, imagine Chip and Dale are working at the missile silo, right? And I've told this story before. This is probably what happens. Chip and Dale, they're bored. Even though the government tries to keep them busy with drills and all that other stuff, it's boring sitting down there. Chip turns the right key, Dale turns the left key, and they do it at the same time at Guj, instant erection of the missile, and off it goes. So I think one night Chip and Dale were bored, and they said, you think you can turn on both keys by yourself? You can't. Try it. I bet you, if you can do it, I'll buy you lunch for a week. You're on. So Dale tries to turn this key and almost gets the other key, but just can't. He's about 6 inches away because it's for somebody who's got to be at least 7 feet, 7 inches. But he managed to find a way to get close and stretch and just, oh, he's so close, but it's so far away. And then Chip turns the key, thinking he released the other one, and they both turned. Missiles have been activated. Missiles have been activated. And they go, holy shit, destruction in 30 seconds. And they get on there, cancel, approved. and they stopped it. Now, Chip and Dale are having a good time because, it gets boring. They almost started World War III being Chip and Dale. How can you go to the American public, the public period in the world, and say, a couple of our guys turned some keys as a prank, it almost started World War III. We know, but it didn't. We stopped it. You can't go out and tell people the truth. You make up the most ridiculous thing that people would believe. I did see some UFOs. That's it, Johnson. UFOs over nukes. I like it. I like the sound of that. It looks good on paper. It does. It does. Look how good that looks. That word nuke looks good. Such a good looking word. You know what it reminds me of? Duke Nukem. Video game for the ladies. They don't know. And there may be one lady in all of ufology who's playing video games on a regular, okay? I don't know. I know. There's more now than there may be two. I'm sorry, ladies. There may be two. But I think we use the UFOs and the nukes as a threat, as a scare tactic, mind you. And it works. It scares the shit out of me. To think an alien species would fly all this way or interdimensionally connect to the Earth because, which is also a bullshit thing. If they were coming interdimensionally, they can go to each dimension, grab the gold, grab the nukes, whatever they need. They can go to each one. Why stop here? You want to know why? Because we're planet one. We're zero planet. That's who we are. We are the reality. We are the original. And what's weird? I wonder if, how there's been extinction level events over the course of Earth's history. There's been 5, and most likely there'll be a 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and so on, because the Earth is constantly being hit. Not in our timeline, really, but we have been hit by some asteroids. We've seen them. We've seen the videos. It's happening, and it happens a lot. But, God, I hate to say this, too. They create this threat, this fear, scare tactic for the public, and they say UFOs and nukes, right? UFOs have seen over the, excuse me, hold on. Better. And we see these in the news. Maybe they'll say some red dots were seen over Luke Air Force Base. Not only that, over by the missiles, nukes, and all that. It was amazing, Jonathan. Do they think they were drones? Well, Mary, it's apparent they might have been drones, but who am I to say? I've never seen a drone that was all red like the lights that were seen over by the nuke. So I'm a little worried about that, Mary. What if these so-called UFOs have an interest in our nuclear devices and accidentally detonate one? Well, John, I would hope they were smart enough to know not to do that. I mean, you know what I mean? Or are they smarter than that and they detonated it because it's fun? Isn't it fun to watch people die and burn? These aliens, they'll do anything for fun. It's not that. Or is it? I would have to imagine being an alien, working in outer space, inner space, dimensionally. I could see maybe every now and then there's downtime. What do you do as an alien for downtime? I don't know. You listen to Blix at midnight. I don't know. But it's something I can't imagine. I don't know. What does a cricket do for entertainment? You know, rub its legs together. It's a good answer, actually. It's a great answer. I rub my legs together and I get a burning sensation and it doesn't feel good. You too. Yeah. Hold on, I was pulling. Well, I guess I was. You know? Bear with me. Could you please bear with us for un momento? Risho Giordano is now looking up something because Jaime, is that you? Yes. What are you doing? Oh no. Making small talk for your audience. Stupid. You don't even know what you're doing. All right. Let me pull this up. Ooh. I said up. Nah. And we're going to go to our favorite person or peoples. I love UFOs. I mean, it really is fun. Disabling nukes. Ready? All right, I'm going to play this. Here we go.
Former U.S. Air Force officers have shared that almost 70 years ago, they witnessed multiple unidentified aerial phenomenon sightings over 2 U.S. nuclear bases. Shockingly, the men also claimed that these 1964 aerial sightings occurred nearly simultaneously with the spontaneous immobilizing of the base's nuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles, suggesting that whatever or whoever was up there
1967
successfully disabled the ICBMs from above.
Friend of the show, Emily Jashinsky, attended a Tuesday press conference held at the National Press Club in Washington, where a panel of former USAF officers detailed those incidents and others like them. According to Emily's reporting, the group called for congressional investigations into the sightings and said they felt they had been ignored previously. One former officer told the debrief at the event, quote, "Now the question is, will the government tell us the truth about what they've known now for decades?" So, look, obviously...
Why? Why does everybody have to say that? Now that we know that these lights were over the nuclear facility, do you think it's now time to just come out with it and tell us they know they have, and they know they have recorded and documented and even perhaps enslaved aliens under the ground? Any opinion on that? Or Gush. Yeah. There you go. There you go. The media loves this stuff. I'm not saying they're the mainstream media, but The Hill, very popular. Oh, I love it. I love it. I can't get enough. I was going to say something, all that, and then I went off on some other idiot thing. This is what I want to hear.
I tend to be more skeptical, I think, than anyone else involved in producing this show for our viewers, that aliens are real and doing things. I do think they're China, Russia, other governments with technologies or that have been a little ahead of ours that we've been different, not understood. That is a reality. I don't know about the aliens, but
see what he said? China, Russia, mainly China. China, let's not forget, I must tell you, China, it has been said, China is light years ahead of the U.S. on drone technology. A little agita. So, I don't know. That was a 1967 story. That was a year before I was born. I know. But at least it wasn't the 50s. That goes to some of you. Don't worry, I'll die before you anyway. Check this out.
What do you think, Kim?
Well, I mean, look, this has been reported on for a long time, over a decade. There are these many other people.
A decade? The story's from 67, Tootsie Pop.
Robert Hastings, Dr. Stephen Greer, they have been bringing up the sightings and witnesses to these sightings, and the fact that there have been numerous accounts from some of our top military officials, people that we've trusted with nukes. I mean, if we trust them with nukes, they're clearly not crazy people. And they have...
Do you see that? Indoctrinated. Do you know those people are just like you, ma'am? I love it. How they just say it. And it's true. It's not. It's quite regular, actually. They go home to their families, these people. They have lives. They've got bills. They've got health issues. They've got pet issues, children issues, spouse issues, car issues. They have a life outside of working at the nuclear facilities. They are people. They have emotions. They have their 5 senses. Some of them have more. To say that these people are less likely to, you know what she said. What'd she say exactly? I can't remember the words.
Sightings and witnesses to these sightings, and the fact that there have been numerous accounts from some of our top military officials, people that we've trusted with nukes. I mean, if we trust them with nukes, they're clearly not crazy people.
That was it. If we trust them with nukes, clearly they're not crazy people. No, there's a reason. There's a fail-safe where you need 2 people to turn the key simultaneously because people are crazy. Ugh. If they weren't, and you could trust them, then you would only have 1 key, 1 button, 1 phone call to make. Unbelievable.
And they have been testifying, saying that, look, there is something is blowing up nukes out when we send them out into space. They're getting blown up, essentially, or they're being disabled.
That happened one time. Once. And, right? Isn't that guy? Oh, geez, what was his name? Men in Black visited him. He got the recording, saw the recording of the UFO. Well, I don't know if it was a nuke, but it was a missile.
Our nuclear facilities are being disabled, and this is something that has been reported by not only the United States, but other nuclear countries as well. And their thinking is that there is something out there that is an alien, All
right, let me tell you this. If you had sensors on your ship and you go to another planet, just like in Star Trek, you see Spock looking down into the viewfinder and he goes, "Yes, Captain, the breathing levels are exactly that of Earth. It's a miracle." And they can see things in there. "Yes, Captain, I see life forms. There seem to be congregating to the south near that big mountain." So if we had sensors like that, like we think the aliens probably have, and they go to a planet and they notice there's some energy pulsing underground, that's odd. It doesn't show any volcanoes in this area. Blix, bring the UFO over here. Let's go to the islands over here. I think I see something. And on the way over to Hawaii, they happen to fly over a nuclear facility. What? Malmstrom? No. Should we use that one? They fly over and they go, wait a minute. I'm getting a reading over here. What the hell is this? These people have. What are those? And they look in with their sensors and they're like, yeah, can you figure out the codes to these things, Blix? I can't figure it out. Hey, let's mess around with them and turn them on and turn them off. Let's do that. Can you break in with our alien technology? Can you break into their ancient technologies that are hundreds, if not millions of years more ancient than anything we've ever seen. I don't even know what kind of technology this is, Blix. But yet somehow the aliens can manipulate our technology with just a few beep, 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 and turn the switches, for lack of a better term, on and off, creating the launch sequence. This missile started 10 missiles, 9 missiles are 8 missiles are 7 are, come on, 6 more to go. You know, and they all start firing up, and then all of a sudden, one by one, they all turn off. Did you see the humans? They were running around like chickens with their heads chopped off. It was a good idea, Johnson. You said that, Blix. Do I know my humans or what? They're like pets. Welcome to the alien zoo. That's you, and that's me, and that's why we can't leave the entities. I was going to say planet, but it didn't rhyme. So, we've got the threat. We've got the media. We've got the cover-up. Even if, you know, it's true that these things do continually go to nuke sites all over the world, it's like, you know, why? Why? Would you keep going to the Niagara Falls? I mean, you've been there, you researched it. What do you think you're going to learn? I just like watching people go over the edge. The Lemmings. You ever see that game, Rich? Stop it. It's not the same. Sure it is. Every 30 years, somebody goes over. Every 30 years. Yeah, somebody goes over in a barrel and either they live or die. We have bets on it on Planet. Stupid. Let's finish out nukes.
Not of this world life form that is monitoring the United States. They say that the monitoring of the nukes and the disabling of the nukes happened since the U.S. dropped the nukes, 2 of them on Japan. And the theory is that that event resonated out in the universe, and the more intelligent life form says what?
Wrong answer, McFry. This is why the media sucks at UFO talk. Oh, yeah. It was the dropping of the 2 nukes in Japan that may have triggered an interdimensional, intergalactic, intercontinental, whatever. No. We were dropping nukes before that. Thousands of them in the desert. Doesn't she know? You know, that's why the media should shut their trap and not have a discussion about UFOs. Just report. Observe if you're there. Report if you care. But we don't need their opinions, and they're all saying, yeah, it was the 2 bombs that did it, not the 1,000 other ones that they started, 1939. Whenever.
What the heck are those humans doing? And they came down, and they were monitoring us, and they said, okay, you guys are dangerous because...
No, Rich. You got it wrong. I see it. The comment. It's because it's not that they dropped the bombs, Rich. It's because they dropped them on people, murdered their own kind. I know, but if aliens were watching and they already knew we murder each other, so dropping 2 bombs and killing hundreds of thousands of people should be of no surprise to aliens that watch humans mutilate and kill and maim each other every day. It's a hard story for me to buy into. This whole nuke story. I think they have been around, the nukes, of course. Monitoring them. My thing is this. You want to know? Really? Why do they have to be visible, the UFOs, if they can cloak themselves? Why? Why bother? uncloaking and showing us that they're flying around. Why don't they just do it invisibly? Why? Does it make any sense? Ah, Rich, you're so naive. Am I? They want us to see them. So you know what the aliens are thinking. Okay. Well, you don't. No, I don't. I really don't. I didn't say what they were thinking. I just only reported what I can see. I see a bunch of bullshit. And I hear it too.
Whatever it is you're doing is dangerous for the universe, not just for your space in the world or in the universe. And they started to monitor and start to disable. And since then, whenever we've put nukes out there...
She didn't finish the rest of the story. She just ended it with the end. They started to disable and didn't say, but then turned them back on again. She just dropped it. This is fake as shit. This is terrible.
Nukes out there, out into space. Things have happened. Nuclear sites are being disabled. And so...
Nuclear sites are being disabled. Are they being re-abled? I mean, come on, tell me the rest of the story. Jiminy Glick.
This is something that some of the military officials are kind of trying to say, well, see, this is a national security problem, that there's somebody out there trying to mess with our nuclear arsenal. It seems to me that if there is out there, which I am one that believes that there's, of course, life forms out there in the world. I think there's no way we're alone. If they are out there and they are disabling our nukes, they're not doing it because they're a threat to us. They're doing it because we're a threat to ourselves, and maybe we're a threat to some aspects of the universe.
Ryan, do you think we've angered the Galactic Federation? And
yeah, that's what they did. They disrupted and angered the Intergalactic Federation Starship Troopers out there. That's what's going on. That's where Blix and JoJo went. That's where they live. Out there on that big ship on the edge of our solar system. Ain't that right? Intergalactic Angler. I got something on my lip. Well, what are you guys talking about in this chat room here? I was surprised to find that a gas station had unleaded 88 for $3.20 a gallon today. I know! Aliens complaining about those smelly nukes messing with their dimensions. Yeah. I know. But I can't get over this. $2 a liter in Australia at the moment? That's insane, Dorothy. I mean, this is the conversation we need to be having. Wonder if they released more of our own gas to us. Hey. True. Samo? Whoa, what happened? Just hit with an EMP. Nothing chip would work after that. Massive tech used defense offense. Yeah. But virtually not much on use around old grenade, including. No, that's true. Good stuff, man. That's funny, Troy. Yeah. Offense and defense. We do it all. This is just fun to me. Are there any recent reports in the last year, 5 years, where nukes have been... Now, I know 4 years ago when we first started Goof On, just about then, there were... hold on a second. I'm hearing a tapping. Yeah. Hold on. Of course it stopped. It stopped. I don't... It sounded like this. Here. That's what it kept doing. Dun, 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 dun. And it stopped. It's not a normal dun 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 dun. Oh, somebody's playing music probably at the nuke facility. So, it's fun to think about. I could understand them wanting, they have an interest in nukes since it's the most destructive thing we have, right? Nuclear bombs could take out a whole city. It's unbelievable that there's thousands of these on our planet right now, aimed at population centers across the globe. We could kill each other 20 times over with all the nukes that are out there. Yeah. Now more than ever, I would think the nukes would be watched, especially that's why I was saying in the last year, because of the war. And if that war is now led up to, suspicious activity with missiles of the nuke kind, Russia, because that's the only way he could win, is if he used those nukes, they say. Now we should be seeing the UFOs around the nukes. So where are they? The videos I've seen were drones. Ian McFadden, hey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show with the £4.20 Super Dono. See, pure love right here at the middle of the show. Oh my God, we started a little late. Thank you very much, man. Right at the middle of the show, pretty much. Appreciate that. And it's, of course, the best number on the planet. $4.20. $4.20. Love right back at you, man. Glad you can make it. And thanks for the support, man. I appreciate that. There it is again, that word. What other word am I supposed to use? Hold on a second. Thanks, Ian. Mucho gusto generoso. Happy anniversary. When did these come in? An hour ago? Glenn, I'm sorry. I don't know how and on StreamYard, they give you a saving place for when they pop up. I just didn't see it. Thank you very much, Glenn. Again, a $10 super chat. Happy anniversary, Goofonians. It's on the 19th officially for Goofon. But yeah, we could start saying happy anniversary now. What the hell? Thank you. Appreciate that. 4 years. Isn't it great? 4 years talking UFOs on YouTube. I didn't think it would ever happen. Thanks, Glenn. Appreciate the support again. And then Moonlick. Hey, Richie, nice halo. See this? It's a sombrero, the halo sombrero. That is great. That is beautiful, bro. I love it. Thanks for the $2.22. Moonlit, who is also a great supporter of Goofon. Mucho gusto generoso. Thanks, man. That's funny. Yeah, I didn't catch that. I don't mind it, though. It's a halo. If it was horns, I'd be a little happier. I'd be a lot happier, actually. I'd feel like I'm at home. Hey, thanks, man. Thank you for supporting. We're going to go a little bit beyond the 9 o'clock. What's up, Chicago 420? That's a name. Myra Page. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah. So, SoCal Squatcha. How you doing? It is scary to think that an alien species would be hanging out and monitoring our nukes. Now, after the little stunt they supposedly pulled, let's arm them, scare them, turn them off and mend them. that to me sounded like a man-made mistake. I know each one of those missiles, by the way, each silo is its own independent source. So there's no one button you could press that would set them all off. Each one has to be set off individually. That's what was so interesting about that case. To do that as fast as the supposed aliens did it, supposedly isn't possible. Technologically, that what happened shouldn't have happened. But it did. Allegedly. See, when they say something like that, I don't know how they did it. They somehow bypassed the technology and fail-safes that we put in, independent silos for each missile. Very smart. Can't set them all off at the same time. Great idea. But the aliens somehow did it. No. No. We did it. You. Human. Not you, him, at the silo. Oh, he's dead now, but he's listening.
Well, I mean, I do think.
Let's listen to more media on this. I got one more.
I think that the chance that we're the only planet that has ever created life forms
Good
is
conversation.
Vanishingly small. Like, like just the math on that, given this expansive size of the universe.
Just the math on that.
Get your head around. I do think hearings on this would be a way to build back some trust.
Yeah.
Hold open hearings.
No argument. Absolutely have hearings. We know that our government, our security officials, they know things that they don't share with us. They should share them with us. Absolutely. Yeah.
But no.
Well, and apparently what they're sharing now is that they've known about this, that this is something that is documented. It's in our government. And now they're admitting it into the public. And these people, these high-level military officials have been smeared as quacks for years. Like I said, we've trusted them with a nuclear arsenal. And
these military officials were deemed hacks? What is she talking about? I thought these were the most respected and most intelligent people we could trust. Listen to what she just said. I'm not sure if it made sense.
Like I said, we've trusted them with a nuclear arsenal. And as soon as they open their mouths and say, hey, by the way, something weird happened, and there's many of them who've said this, suddenly they're smeared as, wackadoos that people shouldn't be taking seriously. That now they are finally being heard. Now they're finally being taken somewhat seriously because these reports are coming out.
Maybe the aliens told me to dismiss your concerns to keep you in the dark.
Maybe you're an alien.
Oh, he made a funny one. Oh,
look at them. Look at his face. Hey, did you like that one, Chip?
I sure did.
And she's like, drop. She's all proud of herself. She thinks she got it right. She thinks she got it right. She couldn't have been more wrong. Check this out. Here's some more of our mainstream media pals.
News now at 11.
Officially, the U.S. government ended its study of UFOs in 1969 because it assured the public there is no proof the phenomenon represents a threat to national security.
But what if these unknown aircraft showed an interest in our nuclear weapons? A group of more than...
In our nuclear... Did you hear that? In our nuclear weapons. I'm sorry, I just gotta listen to that. Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons.
I know. It's my show.
In our nuclear weapons, a group of more than 150 military veterans, missile officers, security personnel, including many who worked at the Nevada test site, say they've seen mystery intruders over nuclear facilities.
George Knapp of the I-Team is here with this story. George?
Of course, we're not going to jump any conclusions, who they are, what they're up to. We don't know who is piloting these craft or why they're poking around, but dozens of witnesses and thousands of pages of documents suggest someone is monitoring our nukes. The Department of Energy admits there's a long history of UFO activity over nuclear weapons facilities elsewhere, but zero cases at the former Nevada test site. Now a new film explores some of the most dramatic episodes that include our backyard.
In the darkest days of the Cold War, atomic weapons were routinely exploded above ground at the Nevada test site, the most nuked place on Earth. In 1955, 14 A-bombs were detonated as part of Operation Teapot, witnessed by thousands of military personnel in trenches and thousands more test site employees. But there were other observers as well.
It was what we call the flying saucers. They were pretty prevalent at the test site during those years.
At least a dozen former test site employees have told similar stories about unknown aircraft showing up hours or days after an atomic blast. Author and investigator Robert Hastings has spent more than 40 years locating and interviewing military veterans, missile officers, and others who worked in various parts of the atomic weapons program. More than 150 of them so far. They've all told the same story.
That, in fact, UFOs have routinely monitored our nuclear weapons going back decades, and on occasion apparently have actually interfered with the functionality of those weapons.
Hold on. Who is this guy?
Those weapons have actually interfered, and on occasion.
Robert Hastings. Oh, brother, come on. He's an author and producer of UFOs and Nukes. Of course, this is what he thinks. Hey, look, I didn't say that it's not happening. I never said that. I never once. I said, I know it's happened. I just think now the government uses it as a way to cover up for whatever it is, whatever they want to cover up. But I don't know. I don't see why we should see unless the aliens want us to see them monitoring our stuff. Like, how do we know they're monitoring? Just because they're let's say they're hanging out. How do you know they're monitoring? Well, Rich, what else would they be doing? Watching. That's monitoring. Damn it. I don't know. You gotta scratch. All right, let's listen to what Mr. Hastings has to say, this bias.
Apparently have actually interfered with.
Yeah, but he uses facts. I know there's millions of reports out there. Millions. I'm not saying there isn't.
The functionality of those weapons.
In addition to the eyewitness accounts, thousands of pages of formerly classified documents have been released to buttress these tales. The I-Team's own FOIA request, filed in 1992, produced a thick stack of documents from the Department of Energy, indicating UFO incidents over every major atomic weapons facility.
Guys, gals, everybody else, what's missing? What's missing? I'll wait for an answer. What's missing? We got the FOIA requests. Okay, lots of documents. What's missing? I don't want to... More drugs. More drugs, yeah. What's missing? Go ahead, think about it. I'm asking, what's missing in that story? Hey. Much better suspenseful music. What's missing? Okay. Yes. I think I see it. Kind of. Everybody's close. Thousands of reports, but no pictures. The answer, Billy Nice, I'm looking for is... And videos. No video evidence of any of these lights. And a lot of you guys got that right. I know, you're saying pictures, evidence. Hey, I see UFOs. How are you? Yeah, great to see you here, man. Thank you for hanging out. No pictures, yep. No evidence. That's it. It's nice that they want to look at our they want to look at our nukes and make sure we're not going to blow ourselves up. So that's the thing that the aliens are really concerned with. They're not concerned with viruses, contagions, things, cancer, or anything else that's killing us. Just these nukes. See how it doesn't make sense? Like, why would they care about that? Rich, because nukes not only kill people, they kill the earth itself. And that's their concern. Now, that's their concern. We blew up thousands of them in the desert, but now it's a concern? Because why? Why didn't they do anything about all the nukes way back then if they knew we were heading in this direction anyway? See how it doesn't make sense to me? Rich, you are a slow-thinking human. Hey, Rich, they want us to have free will. You mean the illusion of free will? There you go. Now you're getting it. All right. So we have the illusion. There's just too many loopholes. Yes, I'll say it again for the last time. UFOs have visited, I don't know if they monitored anything, but they have been seen at all over the world at nuclear sites. That's established. That's a fact. I can't dispute it. There's thousands of documents proving it. No video that we know of or pictures. Just words on paper. Computer, whatever. That's it. Rich, you're very disappointing. Why? You're disputing all the witnesses. Hello? Oh, right. There are witnesses. Remember a couple of years ago when I think it was at one of the bases in Colorado where there was a swarm of these so-called drone-like UFOs heading towards I don't know, what was it? It was a nuclear facility of some sort. Maybe it was just an Air Force base. No, it was a nuclear facility. A facility. And then we come to find out it was drones. Allegedly. That's what they're saying. There were a lot of them. And they say they couldn't have been like consumer, like people drones because they came and they left and it's so far away. Like, where's their base? They just left. Look, these drones can go 10 miles. They don't have to park right up the street. People still living in 1990 technology. Ah, itchy. It's got to be my detergent. Have you tried all temperature?
Dating to the late 40s, over Los Alamos National Lab, where the bombs were designed, over Hanford, where the plutonium was processed. But DOE has no records of any official sightings over what later became the Nevada test site. Hastings, however, has found plenty.
Civilians living near the proving ground often observed the aerial discs, sometimes flying in large formations, and subsequently notified the Air Force.
This is a clip from a new documentary film, the culmination of Hastings' years of research. The film includes chilling incidents where UFOs have not only infiltrated restricted airspace over nuclear missile bases, but on occasion have disabled ICBMs and put the military on high alert. In one dramatic incident from the film, military photographers using telescopic lenses watched a UFO disable a warhead used in a missile test fired from Vandenberg.
And flying out over the Pacific, suddenly this domed disc, an object with
laser
a dome, came in to frame.
Laser, another one.
The warhead, which was flying about
another
8 or
one.
10,000 miles an hour.
Take off
shot
now.
4 beams of light at it, whereupon the dummy warhead fell into the Pacific Ocean and the UFO left the vicinity.
UFO incidents at the Nevada test site became so routine, according to a former security officer named Walter Levine, that teams were assigned the job of specifically looking for them at a specially equipped building in Indian Springs Air Base.
That is very cool. Okay. I like that. This is why we do what we do. We talk about it. We learn something. All right. Thank you, George Knapp, telling us how they did. They did monitor UFOs during these bombs, these tests. That's cool. Very cool. Of course, they would be there during the activity. But, man, I am just itching all over for some reason. I know I feel like a chimpanzee. You know, I keep, you know. But it's, look, we all know what happened. I never said it didn't. I'm just saying now, today, that I think that we do use this as a cover-up for either China's getting close to our facilities and monitoring us, or it really is aliens. UFOs. Man, I don't know. What makes the most sense? What makes the most sense? If China is light years ahead of us in drone technology, what would make the most sense? Maybe they're drones. Yes, even from the 90s. I don't know. But light years ahead, sounds like they could have had this technology for a while. If they're light years ahead. No, they just had breakthroughs quicker than we did. That's all. Ah, okay. Whatever makes you sleep well at night.
Now known as Creech, Levine told Hastings.
He said they were all luminous. They were disc-shaped. Some of them he said were square-shaped.
That's cool.
We were to pick up a telephone.
A square shape? This is unbelievable. And then he says, we picked up the phone. What? Let me go back.
Pick up a telephone in this little shack. He said there was no dial tone. The voice would just come on. We would read off all these coordinates, the direction of the object, the altitude, etc. And then he said, when we wrote this stuff down on a piece of paper, we were then to burn the paper in a trash can in the shack.
The government ended atomic weapons tests years ago, but Nevada incidents continue. Former security officers at Area 2 at Nellis Air Force Base, for years a storage facility for up to 200 nuclear warheads, have reported multiple intrusions by unknown aircraft from the late 90s through 2004. Who's behind these incidents and why?
Who knows what their motivation is?
Who's behind them and why? Not what's behind them. Who? Who usually references humans.
Similar incidents have been reported in the UK, India, Pakistan, and other nuclear powers. In the 90s, the I-Team traveled to Russia twice and obtained classified documents from their Ministry of Defense about startling incidents there. On our website, we posted more information, including a link about how you can see Robert Hastings' new...
Amazing. George Knapp, I got to tell you, man, for all the bullshit with Corbell that he has to deal with, I mean, he laid the groundwork for many of us if we ever want to get out there in the real world. George Knapp, he did all right. Really. I mean, he did the best with what he had. All of us probably would have done the same. We don't know the intimate story of Bob Lazar. How he got that story, I think it's all set up, but for another show.
Considering legislation to create a new and permanent office to investigate UFO incidents and related phenomena.
One of the primary reasons for the renewed interest is the possible link between UFO sightings and nuclear weapons, including a few in our own backyard.
As the I-Team's George Knapp reports, some of these close encounters go far beyond mere lights in the sky.
The connection between UFOs and nuclear weapons has been documented as far back as the very first atomic blast, the Trinity explosion in 1945 New Mexico. Since then, hundreds of former military personnel have come forward with reports of unknown craft buzzing nuclear tests, atomic labs, and missile bases. A group of former officers told about their encounters at a Washington news conference in October of this year. Investigator Robert Hastings has obtained hundreds of pages of once classified Pentagon files about these incidents and has personally interviewed more than 150 retired military officers about ominous encounters involving nuclear weapons.
Wow. That's amazing. I'm being debunked right on my own show. It is. It's amazing. Look, the topic itself, it's alarming because we don't have control over anything the aliens or just whatever these UFOs are. We can't control them. If they do have that ability to manipulate our technology and start the sequence to launch missiles, anything is possible. We don't stand a chance. You see? The threat works, doesn't it? If you say it like this, dramatic-wise, it's scary. But if they wanted to do it, they would have done it already. But here's the deal. I think, and I was referencing extinction level events earlier in the show, but I think in the not too distant future, we are going to have an extinction level event. Yeah, I don't know about you. I was just thinking about a dream that I've had. And it was really weird. It was the end of days. But it wasn't a nuke. I think it was an asteroid hit the Earth. And I remember hearing the crackle, the popping of the sound waves, and it entered the atmosphere, whatever. And it was like lightning without, just a crackle of lightning is what it sounded like. And then the sky, it was clear in my dream, but when the streak went through the sky, from the actual asteroid, and it's leaving this trail behind it, it blocked the sun out. And this is in my dream. And in my dream, I see people running the opposite direction. This thing goes, crack, crack, crackle, crackle, and then, and you could feel, I can't describe it. The only way I can describe it, it's like, have you ever been around the car with those big woofers in them and you could feel the bass? Just imagine being hit with a blast of, that's what it was like in the dream. And a woman falls down right next to me, and I go to pick her up, and she bit my hand. And I'm like, would you bite? I'm trying to help you up. And I see her face change, and I knew what was right behind me. And I always wake up right before it kills me. No, and she goes like this, like she forgot I was even there, and her eyes just got big, and I woke up because I knew I was about to get hit. I've also had other dreams. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the biting. Yeah, it was right here. She bit me. Right there. Itchy. It's got to be this medication they're giving me. Anywho, let's continue. So George Knapp interviews 150 people who have reported seeing UFOs at the nuclear places, the nuclear sites. It is amazing. It is. And I know I said nukes, they were testing them in the late 30s earlier in the show. Of course, I was joking around. I thought they started testing in actual 1942, but it was 45. Wow. Allegedly.
UFOs have routinely monitored our nuclear weapons going back decades.
The national security implications are a major reason former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid co-sponsored a once-secret UFO investigation overseen by the DIA. But the UFO nukes connection is much stranger than mere unknown craft in the sky. On the outskirts of Las Vegas, an obscure part of the Nellis Air Force Base range, designated Area 2, has for decades been a reputed repository for nuclear warheads. As many as 200 nukes are said to be stored in.
That sounded familiar. That was weird. That was strange. I just had deja vu. How'd that happen? I'll put the links to these videos in the show description, even though they're news, in case you want to check them out. But we're living in fear in ufology world right now. They brought back the threat. All right. So we'll keep an update on that. Right now, there should be a ton of UFOs following what's going on the other side of the world with the war. The threat of nukes is being discussed. We know what Putin just did with some warheads, shifting them around, getting in position, something like that. But it's not good. Any talk of nuclear anything is bad. And you know that, what is it called? That destruction clock or countdown to destruction? You know, that doomsday clock. It's the closest it's ever been to midnight in history. And that was a recent move up in the time. We're living on borrowed time, I think. I really do. I'm really, 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 really worried. And I think a lot of people feel the same thing. Something is imminent. And it's going to happen within the next year, right? I thought this year, it's not over yet, but I thought this year would be a hallmark year. Something big I thought was going to happen. And I'm not talking about Grush. I mean a sighting, a worldwide event. I thought something like that would happen. Something is imminent. I feel it. And I think that's why some people like Rose Cuckold keep saying disclosure's coming, because they feel something too. But they're a little more hopeful than I am. He's new. He's got a lot to learn. His heart hasn't been broken by ufology 500 times. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight. Tomorrow, we got a good one. It's got to do with Grush a little bit. We got to talk about why people love this guy. I don't know. Maybe I'll change the show. I don't know. But I'll come up with something. I don't know. Hold on. Let me check. Nothing. Yeah, I don't see anything. I was check PayPal, but nothing's there. Nothing's there. So we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, moderators, super chatters. Unbelievable support. Really, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here, donating your time to the show for the cause, the greater good of ufology. It's not about us. It's about the truth. And what do? Every single night we do it here, right? What? What do we do? Huh? What do we do? That's right, Truthology for ufology. For you. For you. And I want to thank the veterans and the newcomers tonight for hanging out at GoofOn. And the new members, thank you for continuing support to GoofOn as well. Tomorrow I'll put up the new list and we'll thank you officially. Now, GoofOn will be 4 years old October 19th, officially. Now, you go on the channel and it says October 3rd, 2017. That was when this channel used to be the Paranormal Code and the Rich Giordano Show. But GoofOn started October 19th, officially, in 2019. And then we rolled into 2020. That's when I left the job I was at. And it was just full-time from then on. And we weren't going every day then. We were only doing 2 nights, 3 nights a week. I never thought we'd be doing this 6 nights a week. I don't know why. I don't know how it got to it. Oh, because of the lockdowns. Yeah, this is all we were doing. So I just kept it going. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. Now, I do 7 p.m. I do the nighttime. Amy from Alien Girl 111 or Morning UFO Show, however you want to word it. It's Alien Girl, but they call it the UFO Morning Show, something like that. 7 a.m. Amy does 7 a.m. I do 7 p.m. We cover the entire day. So you're welcome. Amy's so fun. That was a good show this morning. We'll be back, like I said, tomorrow night. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. I don't know. I think I'm going to eat for once. It's been a tough 2 days. Mod on. Yeah, that's it. Be good. All right. Love yourself. You can do that. And Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Unidentified flying object.